It's a midweek conference showdown inside 10 of the Ice Pavilion as the Syracuse Orange host the RIT Tigers in the second game of a home-and-home set. And last night in Rochester, it was an ugly first 20 minutes for Syracuse. Try 4 first-period goals for RIT en route to a 5-3 win. And tonight, the Orange hoping for a much better start in front of the home fans. Hello, hockey fans. He's Trey Redfield. I'm Doug Latuca. And Trey, 4 first-period goals against for the Orange. That's a tough hole to try and climb out of. Syracuse put up a valiant effort, but came up just short.
They did, but head coach Brittany Smith talked about how this team wants to start out really fast earlier in the week, but that was the opposite of what we saw last night. It's a great opportunity for the Cuse to put that away, though, and create a new chance to get back into the win column against an RIT team that they normally beat.
And tonight, we've got the same goalie matchup that we had yesterday. Ariel DeSmet against Syracuse.
Ariel DeSmet is someone that is phenomenal at net. Yeah, it was kind of an off night for her in Rochester last night with 18 saves and 4 goals allowed. But you got to remember, she's the CHA goaltender of the year and on the all-tournament team for a reason. She faces a high volume of shots, and she's up to the task almost every single night. Someone that has the same mindset as Syracuse, a sophomore that stands at 5'8". She had 32 saves last night against the Orange, and she's the defending CHA goaltender of the week. Expect Co to face a lot of shots as well against a feisty Syracuse squad that is looking to bounce back from last night's loss.
Quite the treat to Smet against Co. Couple moments away from puck drop, but first let's send it ringside to Maddie Mushkin.
Thanks, guys. Coach Smith said that in the game last night, that offense adjusted, but after letting up those 4 goals in the first period alone, those adjustments were just not enough. She said that tonight the special teams needs to be converting on those power plays, but that the biggest adjustment will be defensively. And she wants to see the players being aggressive off puck drop, and that means having the players' feet moving as well as creating movement on defense. She says that tonight, if we can see those adjustments, it will be a much different game than we saw last night. Trey, Doug, back up to you.
Thanks so much, Maddie. Game 2 of a midweek conference set between the Syracuse Orange and the RIT Tigers. Let's do it. Some Wednesday night hockey. Syracuse in the white uniforms, moving left to right. RIT in the black unis, and 13 seconds in, and icing right off the bat. Syracuse at 8-17-1 overall, 5-4 in the conference. RIT 4-20-1 overall record. Picked up its first conference win last night. They're 1-7-1 in the CHA, but winless on the road at 0-17-1. Syracuse starting with the top line of Sarah Thompson, Rayla Clemens, and Tatum White. Mae Batherson and Campbell Beacom on the defensive end. Syracuse fell behind yesterday, 4-0 in the first period. Trey, something Brittany Smith mentioned to us in the beginning of the week, trying to slow down this red-hot RIT team, and yesterday, 20 minutes, they didn't do that.
I was just about to mention, RIT's kind of on a heater right now. It's high against 12th-ranked Penn State, win against St. Lawrence. You come back a week later and beat a solid Syracuse team. Things are grooving at the right time right now for the Tigers.
Ray Hicks swings behind the net. Knocked off the puck by Jesse Burks. It's a battle in the near side corner. RIT snapping an 8-game winless streak against the Orange. It went all the way back to 2019. Clear out to center, and the Orange regroup right in front of their own bench. First time we're seeing Maya Darcy handing off to Hannah Johnson. And Bellefontaine swings it back behind where Sarah Coe will play it to the far side corner. This is the middle of a 6-game and 10-day stretch for Syracuse. A lot of CHA play coming up, and right now the Orange in 3rd place in the conference with this game against RIT, then 4 with Mercyhurst, 2 with Penn State. So quite the gauntlet of a schedule for the Orange coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Not only just a gauntlet, Doug. I mean, it comes down to potentially hosting a series come CHA tournament time. Those are the top dogs right now in the conference. Penn State a couple of times, then Mercyhurst a few times after that, a team that's tied with Syracuse right now in the standings.
Smet gloves it down as we take a look at Syracuse head coach Brittany Smith, who mentioned CHA play and how important these points are, how important these games are, but also stressed the fact that you don't want to put more pressure on the players. You just want to go out, play Syracuse-style hockey, which throughout the entirety of this season has been building and building and building. Something Coach Smith continues to talk about is culture, trying to create that from day one. That's what they've done. It started with talking to every single player on the roster about what they wanted instituted in this team culture. And now that culture will be tested down the stretch in these big conference games. So offensive zone time for RIT. Gabby Doherty on the ice for the Orange, number 24 in white, playing in just her 13th game of the season. Filling in on defense for Charlotte Hallett, who is not dressing tonight. The extra player for Syracuse is the freshman forward Sydney Wilson. Just shooting up for the 4th time this season. She'll slide her way in. Right off the draw, a shot blocked down at the circle. And here come the Orange on the offense. The captain, Lauren Bellefontaine, takes it wide and dumps it behind the net. This line of Lauren Bellefontaine, Rhea Hicks, and Mick Todd has been gritty and all over the net. There's a shot from the left side, off a leg, kept in by Darcy at the right point. Bellefontaine swings it towards goal. Johnson with a follow-up, and it goes in! Hannah Johnson with a slapper past Sarah Coe. Quite a different start from yesterday as the Orange have a 1-0 lead.
That is the start that Brittany Smith was looking for. Off the deflection, Johnson sinks it in from the point. I don't know if that's Hannah Johnson or the Jessica DiGirolamo that we all knew from last year with her offensive ability. Johnson gets it done here for her 4th goal on the season. That one was a strike from up top.
Johnson snapping a 4-game pointless streak. And what a difference a day makes. 4-0 in the first period yesterday. RIT all over Syracuse, and about 4 minutes in, Syracuse has a 1-0 lead on home ice.
Getting that first point right off the jump brings so much confidence into it, Doug. We talked about the 4-game pointless streak just a couple of seconds ago. Her first .6 and assist against Colgate back on January 10th. Good way to keep it going. I mean, how about the defenseman getting some points in there as well? That's something that you really want to see, bringing the versatility onto the ice.
It all started with the offensive zone cycling of that Todd, Bellefontaine, and Hicks line. Puck was available right at the point. Johnson stepped into it and provides the Orange with a 1-0 lead. Syracuse has lost 8 of the last 9 games. And with this CHA stretch coming up, trying to get back in the win column and put together a full 60-minute effort. About 4 minutes in, they have a 1-0 lead. Heidi Knoll receives it at center and dumps it in on Coe, who kicks it to the far side corner. First one there is Marielle McHale, 23 in white. Fresh off the bench, it's Sarah Thompson. Puck taken away by Ella Facette. She charges up the left side, shoved by Johnson. Tatum White helping out on the defensive end. Gives off for Batherson. Turnover at the circle, and a shot off the blocker of DeSmet. Crucial turnover right in the slot area, and a shot just over the blocker of DeSmet. An uncharacteristic 4 goals allowed for Ariel DeSmet on just 22 shots last night. Someone who's more familiar with giving up 1-2 goals in a game and being the reason why Syracuse pulls out a victory. Did settle down, though, for the most part after that 4-goal first period. Layla Clemens out in front. Coe got her pad on it. And it's cleared by the Tigers. Pass Doherty. Here's Vizdani on the right side, going on a backhand. The Smet went stick on stick, and the puck slid wide. Doherty circles back, gives off for Batherson. On her backhand, flips through center. A kick from Todd to Hicks.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's
The Orange are offsides.
Scoring of Syracuse's first goal.
RIT
Second
head
assist
coach
has been
Celeste
awarded to
Brown,
number 17,
her
Rhea
third
Hicks.
season at the helm. Is a member of the Tigers' 2012 NCAA Division III championship team, then played 3 more seasons when the team went to Division I.
She knows the mindset of Tiger hockey as a player, and she's bringing that as a coach, having that physical, gritty mindset like what you're seeing right now, going after every puck that you have in the offensive zone to give your chance an opportunity, or give your team, an opportunity to score.
Tigers in the offensive zone, shot blocked down by Doherty. Transition offense for the Orange. Picks up the right side boards, swings it around the kick plate far side. Madison Primo fresh off the bench, chips it in deep. It's kept moving by Bellefontaine. Return pass for Primo, intercepted and dumped out to center.